Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. In this video, I'm going to cover how Cloud Run and cloud storage work together. So I've already covered Cloud Run in my previous videos. If you haven't watched those previous videos, please go and watch those videos. I've already created a playlist with the name GCP, so you can watch the videos with regard to the Cloud Run in that particular playlist. So in this video, the topic of our discussion is the Cloud Run and the cloud storage. So I've already created a repository for you guys in the GCP. So in GCP, I have made a directory Cloud Run and Cloud Storage. If you navigate to GCP, you will find this directory. In this directory, I have some notes, and I'm going to show you what we are going to cover. So let's begin. So this is the text. We are going to cover the steps that what we are going to follow. First of all, I'm going to open some of the documentation. So as far as the cloud storage is concerned, there are documentation which already Google is providing us the easiest way how you can set up your application. For instance, if you want to use the Cloud Run container and if you want to use um, the cloud storage with those particular containers, what code is going to be required. So for instance, if you want to upload, download that particular image uh, from that storage, you can do that as well. And if you want to use a public URL, I will show you that as well, how you can embed in your application as well. So let's start. So this is the URL documentation for provided by GCP is already there. I'm going to follow the same exact great documentation provided by GCP. So these are the code samples which we are going to cover. For instance, if my application is in Python or Node.js, whatever language you are using for your application. So this documentation is with regard to the uploading of objects. So let me show you the other part. So everything is there. For instance, this is the official cloud storage detailed version. So as far as the uploading of the object in your application from the cloud storage, this is the Python code, and you can navigate to the Node.js. So this is the code you will be requiring for Node.js. So I will be covering Python. So it is going to be simple, but everything I'm going to cover from the official documentation provided by the Google itself. So how to guides is very great guide provided by GCP. This has got everything what you're looking for with regard to the storage. So if you want to upload, download, what codes are required. For instance, currently we are watching this that upload stuff. So if we click on the upload section, you see um, this is a console view and the G Suite code sample that is shown you already that with regard to the Node.js, Java, PHP, Python, and these are the languages and might be more other. So if you want to use a REST API, and all that stuff is already provided by them. So these are the samples code, and so let's start. What I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to create a bucket. So then I will be covering Cloud Run. So if you navigate to the storage section, navigate to the storage, navigate to the browser, and I'm going to create a bucket and make it public. So with regard to the public um, bucket, what you need, let me show you. This is the public bucket. So these are the setting required. So I'm going to open this documentation in my uh, browser. So make data public. So what we need. So excuse me, I'm going to click here on the console and I'm going to open that particular bucket. So I'm going to follow all the steps. So first of all, I'm going to create a bucket if it is not there. Excuse me. So let's say create a bucket with the name of your bucket. Let's say cloud dash storage. Okay, that name is taken by Cloudweeks. So this bucket is created. Okay, I am inside that particular bucket. So what it is saying that navigate to the permission. Okay, navigate to the permissions. Click on the add section, and here um, search for the add or excuse me, add all. Sorry, all users. I'm going to select it, and the role is going to be. Um, which I forget it. So no worries. What we are going to do, we are going to navigate to the documentation and let's see what they are saying. So I'm doing the same stuff from the documentation, and you see, we'll add all users. Select a role. Role is going to be for the cloud storage. Excuse me. So I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to uh, um, object viewer role. As they say, let us double check, select storage object viewer. So I've select the same role and I'm going to save it. This now is saying your public is your this bucket is become now public. So what I'm going to do first of all is to show you guys that excuse me, I'm going to upload an image. So let me do that as well. So okay, if I navigate to my GCP section, cloud storage. So, excuse me, I've already have one PNG stuff. So, I'm going to save this on my desktop as awesome. Okay, I'm going to save this. Um, I'm going to upload this image in that particular bucket. So, excuse me. So let's do that, and I'm going to use the upload file. And if I navigate to the desktop, click the awesome and upload is started. So I'm going to show you that this format should be, as far as I go on through the documentation, should be in the PNG format. Might be the formats are uh, supported for the public accessibility. You see, it's now saying public. So if I click on this object and if I simply copy this URL and I'm going to use this in my website as well. You see, it is now publicly available and it is secure. So, excuse me. So I have also in my documentation that how you can use uh, this in your website or application. For instance, you have a index.html and I simply copy this and I'm going to simply show you guys that how you can use this uh, in your website. Although, excuse me, it is a very basic stuff we are doing, but um, let's see. And I'm going to open this in my editor, and I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to paste that particular code here, and I'm going to provide that particular URL, which is the public. And let me show you that. If that image is in some other format like say JPEG or JPG or some other format, it is not going to work. It is going to download that particular image because it is considered that particular image to be a file. So anyway, what I'm going to do, okay, so okay, let me just work in progress. If we have to do some other stuff, we are going to cover that. So this is why I need to show you guys some of the stuff before we go to the cloud run. And so if I open this index.html, you will see that it is going to fetch my image from that particular bucket. You can use this index HTML, I mean, in your application or whatever. I mean, it is coming from that. So if you navigate to the expect section, you see the source in which we have already provided. So this is how you can use the cloud storage, excuse me, publicly. But what if, as I already shown you, that if you want to upload and download code from your application, so the code they have already provided. I've already shown you the documentation relevant to that. So as I told you, I'm going to give you a sample with regard to the Python application. So what we are going to do is to follow the documentation. So what I'm going to do is to navigate to my GCP, and I'm going to open this shell. So I'm going to click here and let it open. Wait for a few seconds. Okay, and we are going to follow our documentation. Um, and I'm going to close the extra stuff. Excuse me. So, guys, this part is covered. Now we are going to spin few containers, and I'm going to show you the difference that how you can give or how you can take advantage uh, from the cloud run container and the cloud storage. First of all, what we are going to do, that we are going to use a container storage, which means that our image is going to be live in that particular container. So what I mean by that, I will show you. So we are going to follow these steps. So this basic theory stuff is already there. I've provided you guys the easiest way to navigate to these documentations, which is very helpful. So must go for that. As far as the public, you should go for the PNG and uh, PNG format stuff. So this is the official documentation with regard to the cloud build and cloud run. Now we are going to cover this section. So some of the previous URL with regard to the some error, if you get, I've already explained you what you might get as far as the file and JPG, PNG stuff which I've talked about. So this is the cloud build and cloud deploy. We the documentation we are going to cover, I mean the commands we are going to cover, all stuff basically from here. So instead of reading that particular documentation, so I just made steps for you guys to deploy the stuff. So what I'm going to do is to simply copy these commands. So if you navigate to the GCP, press Control V. I'm going to authorize this one, and we are going to start our journey. What this does, these are the API. You are allowing API to for the cloud build to do the build stuff. And now, excuse me. So this repository is publicly available. What I'm going to do is to simply clone this repository and select HTTPS, and Git is already available in that particular shell. So I'm going to call this Git clone. So I'm cloning this repository. So if you navigate to the GCP, okay, excuse me. So I've already has cloud run and cloud storage. If you do ls, we have two directories there. One is container storage and other is cloud storage. If I navigate to the container storage, you will see that we have a Docker file, our application in Python and templates. So I'm not going to go into the details. So I've shown you the basic stuff. So um, where the documentation is, and all these are the samples from the official GCP documentation Google provided by Google itself. Okay, but our focus is that we are going to see the difference between the um, storing of images in the cloud, in the excuse me, in the containers and storing the images in GCP. So if I navigate to the command section, excuse me. So this is the relevant documentation we are covering with regard to the code build and deploy. So instead of I said here, instead of uh, building the image from Docker and tag it and post it, we are going to use the cloud build. So in past we do Docker build, have a tag and do tagging and pushing it to GCR. So what cloud build does that, it goes almost, you can say it is the alternative of Docker build for building the images and pushing it to the container, GCR registry. So if I navigate to this section, if I let's open in a bigger shell. I will show you a bit more on this. Okay, so okay, if I do Control V here, so I'm going to update some stuff here. So the version, let's say I'm going to call this version of my application is going to be V1, and let's this is the image name you want. I'm going to put the same stuff here. Project ID, I'm going to copy from my project, or you have already in your shell as well. So simply double click it and press Control V. So okay, and let's try to build the stuff and press enter here. We are going to, if everything goes well, push, we are going to first build and push that particular image in the GCR. So uh, it is currently building, and then it is going to push that particular image into the Google Container Registry. So okay, this part is done. So okay, I guess we are doing this same stuff here from the upside anyway. So I will show you the other version in later. I mean, we are going to build the version 2 of our application as well, but now we are going to deploy to Cloud Run. So for that, I'm going to simply copy this command. It says g cloud run deploy image. Um, Image name is going to be the one which you have tagged and pushed to the GCR. And by default, my application uses the port 8080. So if your container uses the different port, you can use a different port here. And yeah, that's fine. Before do you can manage the uh, platform you want to manage your default region and whatever you want to do, you can do that as well. So if everything goes okay here, so uh, it is giving us an error. What it is saying that requirement field element to uh, requirement.txt is missing. Okay, so I'm going to provide that particular file. So guys, I will be back with you guys in a moment. So guys, I've updated the requirements.txt and we have just pulled it. So let's try to run the same command again. So let's see. Okay, I've pulled it. Yeah, hopefully it is going to be successful this time. So let's see. So till then, I'm going to let's let it push okay to the GCR, and then we are going to see. It is building and it is now pushed that particular image to GCR. So if I navigate to the GCR and open in another tab, okay. So if I just simply type GCR and check the container registry, you see image name you want. If I click on this, you will see the version 1 of our application. So now it's time to do the deployment stuff. What we are going to do is we are going to deploy that particular image. Okay, so this is the default container port. I'm going to simply copy this stuff and navigate to the Cloud Shell and okay, press Control V and just update the stuff with regard to your image name and tag. Okay, so I'm going to navigate to the so this is my full URL of that particular image. I'm going to copy this and press Control V here, and don't forget to put the colon V1, which is the version 1 of your application, and I'm going to um, call this let's say my image. Let's try to deploy. As I told you that you can use those particular command if you want to do the fully managed stuff, or if you don't, it doesn't really matter. It is going to ask what you want to do, and we are going to select the version, select the first option, Cloud Run fully managed, and it is going to then start building. So it is not a hard fast rule that you should or you must follow those particular commands. So as we are using the fully managed cloud version, cloud run version, so now it is going to deploy that particular image on that container. As I told you, we are using version 1 of our application, and this is our application. So if I show you guys uh, okay, cloud run storage, and you see um, this is the one we are covering. So now this is the requirement txt. So I will show you that it will provide us a URL which we are going to access. And if I upload an image and restart my container or sorry, yeah, or deploy a new version of the same application, that image is not going to be persist because it is going to be living on that particular container. So if that particular container dies, our image is not going to uh, work. So if I choose file and let's say choose the same file, I'm going to upload this file. So this is it. So what I'm going to do, navigate to that particular commands, okay, what we are covering. So redeploy same or new version of the image. You will image will gone because it was living in the container. Okay, so let's try to check that. So I'm going to use the same particular command. Uh, okay, just simply redeploy, and let me show you the cloud runs as well. So navigate to the cloud run section. I want to show you that the console view as well, that it is successfully deployed in the cloud run. Okay, this is the cloud run. So this is my image successfully deployed, and I'm going to redeploy this particular image. So it is now excuse me, asking for the same stuff. I've choose the option one. If I continue to refresh, you see container is there now. So if I navigate to the uh, cloud run, refresh it. So this is the same name, and let's try to refresh it. You will see the image is gone, which means that now the container is gone. So you will not able to see the image. So what is the best practice? Your images or your assets or your objects should be living in somewhere, not in that container. So what the advantage it will give you, that if you want to scale, um, your data will be remain on the safe side, on the persistent storage, which is the cloud storage, and you are going to scale hundred of containers because your static data is living somewhere else. So what I'm going to do is to deploy version 2 of my application. So this was version 1. In version 2, what I'm going to do is to simply navigate to the the shell, and if I do ls here, I'm going to do excuse me. Now we are going to go to the cloud storage stuff. So same stuff here, but in this little different, which I've shown you, the official documentation of Google, that they provided the code with regard to the cloud storage. Uh, if you want to use uh, storage, and uh, I mean all that stuff is already provided by uh, GCP, so you can use that particular code relevant to your language and simply dockerize it. So what we are going to do is to simply build that particular stuff, and we are going to simply call this a version 2 of our application. So if I navigate to my old commands, let's try control run, sorry, control R, and I'm going to call this build, and um, I'm going to use this particular command and I'm going to tag it with my version 2 of my application. So let's try this here. So version 2 of my application, my um, client is not happy and he want everything to be persistent. So I've built a version 2 of my application, which is going to use the data from the cloud storage, just like in AWS you use S3, excuse me, S3 buckets. So we are going to use that uh, in this version 2. So it is doing the same stuff. It is going to build and push the image to the GCR, and I'm going to show you in GCR. You will see the version 2 of our application. So um, let me just let it finish, and then I'm going to show you the GCR. Now it is pushed. So if I navigate to the GCR and refresh it, so you see this version 2 is the one um, which what we are looking for. And let's see, try to deploy this one. Okay, and I'm going to navigate to the shell. Okay, so I'm going to use the previous commands. I'm going to deploy with a different name. I'm going to deploy the version 2. Okay, and port is exactly the same, but this time version 2. And let's say call this uh, container name my image with cloud storage. Okay, so let's try to deploy this. And yes, we are going to deploy on a fully managed cloud run. So it is now deploying, and we are going to upload the image, and I'm going to simply um, redeploy that particular image to check whether our data persists or not. So you see it has given us the URL. So this is the version 2 of our application. Let it run. So what it is saying, let me see. Uh, First of all, let me navigate to, okay, simply refresh it. So my image with the cloud run. Okay, I have some error here. I have to check that what is going on. I will be back in a moment with you guys. Okay, guys, the error I was getting was internal server error because I forgot to update the name of our bucket, which is very important. So I'm going to update this particular name. So let's navigate to the shell again. Okay, so as far as the code is concerned, we are going to build it again, and we are going to push that particular to GCR. So you see, I have to put the bucket name. It was unable to pick this name. So simply I'm going to use the BIM editor here, and I'm going to update this. So this is the bucket name. Hopefully this is correct. Let's try to save this and try to build this, and I'm going to give the same version tag. It is going to override that particular mistake we have done by not providing the bucket name, because now if everything goes well, it is going to simply run as per our requirement. So let's see, it is going to build that particular image, and it is going to override the existing version 2 of our application, and from that we are going to run our container. So it is building, then it is going to do the push. Some of the layers are going to be definitely cached. That's why it says layer already exists. So then I'm going to do deploy stuff as well. So let's try to deploy it again, and I'm going to uh, use the one from the menu. Okay, so let's see whether we have success this time or not. So it has actually provided us the URL. Um, let's see. So you see, it is now uh, everything goes well. So um, let's try to upload some other stuff as well. So I'm going to upload some PNG samples images, and if I navigate to samples and do some, okay, put this, okay, put this sample here, save as PNG on desktop, call this sample, okay, and I'm going to simply use this, and let's try to upload. So I'm going to choose first, and then I'm going to upload. I'm going to choose sample, and I'm going to upload. So this is, you see, coming, and what I'm going to do, um, I'm going to use the same command to redeploy that particular version, or if I, scale, hopefully we should not lose our data. So I'm going to use that particular command. So if you want to see the console view, simply navigate to the Cloud Run, and you will see what we are doing here, that we are going to redeploying. You see, it is redeploying it, as in past I've shown you. You see, it has redeployed, and in past we actually lost our images. This time you see, uh, our data is not lost because it is now part of the it is now part of the cloud storage. So if I navigate to the cloud storage, if I want to show you that stuff as well, that it has uploaded those particular images in that particular bucket. So you see, sample is there, also is there. One thing I need to tell you, that this application converted this into PNG, and this is the sample PNG. Although I've uploaded the, if I shown you the properties, this has the property of PNG. So if I try to, use this URL, what it is going to do, it is going to download that particular okay, sample is in PNG. Let's see whether it's showing us the PNG. You see, it is not actually in PNG, it is in the JPG. So that's why it has actually downloaded the stuff. So I've already provided you the detail with regard to that, how why it is downloaded. So it has to be in the exact PNG format. So if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day.